welcome back to Devil Dog Off-Road. Today is finally the day we're going to hang the new 1-ton axle for the front of Boss Hog over here. So we're going to get rid of the Dana 44. We already bolted in the 14 bolt rear, and now we got this Super Duty Dana 60 high pinion for the front of this thing. So stay tuned. I bought a lot of brackets from Barnes 4-wheel drive, and I'm also going to have to make a few more things to help put the suspension, because we're going to outboard the springs on this and move the spring hangers from underneath the frame to the outside of the frame. In order to do that, we got to fab up a few brackets and use a kit that I bought from Barnes 4-wheel drive, not only for the Super Duty 60 that they sell, but also for the spring hanger. So stay tuned and let's get this bad boy under there. Alright everyone, so we cut all the brackets off, all the old spring hangers, everything, pulled the axle out from under it. Now we're ready to start putting this back together. Like I said before, I ordered a kit from Barnes 4-wheel drive for the spring hangers, shackle hangers. I had to get some new shackles, and so I also have a piece of some scrap metal left over, some plate, 1/4-inch plate that I'm going to use to build some brackets so that everything gets centered and everything goes where it needs to go. So I'm going to start putting these together and cut some brackets out that we're going to mount under the frame and triangulate and add support so this isn't just stuck on there with one weld holding it on the outside of the frame. We want to make sure everything's good and stiff and tight and won't bend and break, because it's our suspension. We got to have that as much as we're going to beat this thing up. So let's get to it. got the new differential in here on the front. One of the things we did do, or I did, was switch the shackle location from the front to the back. It's for better ride quality, and also with this model, when you flip the springs around like that, you actually gain 2 more inches forward. Hopefully everything else as far as steering and whatnot will still work out this way. If not, we'll have to deal with that once we start building the steering system for it. But everything's hung up. I use the original springs on here for now. Once my new unit bearings come in with the proper bolt pattern, I'll be able to bolt the 40s on here that I'm using to mock it up with, and then be able to get my ride height and check to see if I can use these springs and go ahead and order the same, or if I need to get a lifted spring, I can do that at that time. The bars on there, across there, just to keep the knuckles from swinging independently and causing a problem. But everything else is pretty much good to go. The only thing I'm going to weld out is a fixed location on the springs in the front. With the new springs, when they come in, we may have to adjust the rear so I can cut the tacks and move it forward or backwards depending on what the case is. These are not snug to torque, they're just snug down and hold everything in place. So I'm just going to finish up here, slap some roll around wheels on it, and call it good until I get the new unit bearings and be able to swap those out, and then put the 40s on here and start trimming everything else. Well everyone, we got the new differential on the front end. There's a few things I got to finish up, like paint and clean up some of the welds, all the boring stuff people don't really want to see. But if you do, let me know, comment below. There's a couple other parts on here I'm still waiting on. Like I said, the unit bearings to be come back from the machine shop so we can mesh the bolt pattern to the rear. Also, I do have the axle shafts for here, so those will go in as soon as I get the unit bearings and be able to put the 40s that I have to set up everything, as well as trimming all the fenders and everything whatnot. I'm also having Christopher Motorsports build me the tie rod and steering arms. I love the stuff he makes. It's very well built and built for off-roading. So there's a few other little things like that that'll come up along the process that we're going to do along the way, and we'll just move on from here. I hope you liked the video. Comment below, let me know what else you want to see, any other content. Like, subscribe to the channel, and tune in next time. Thank you.